Ndidi Lumelu has been declared winner of the People's Democratic Party primary, but we'll have more on this later because the statewide senatorial primary elections have largely been a case of different strokes for different folks. And the major political parties, the APC and the PDP, have seen their fair share of drama in the conduct of the exercise. Our correspondent, Imana Amawe, reports.
It's interesting times in the country's political sphere, with some aspirants working hard to secure the prize ticket of becoming the senatorial candidate for their parties. Others are relentless in their bid to return to the National Assembly. In Kaduna State, it's not business as usual. The news of the disqualification of 4 senatorial aspirants by the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress is not well received by the people.
We came here to exercise our democratic rights, not until we realize that some wicked, undemocratic element wanted to shortchange us of our rights. We will not take this, we will not accept this, and we are telling our national secretaries and our national chairman that they should understand all politics is local.
Only a serving senator representing the Kaduna Central Senatorial District, Shehu Sani, is cleared. In Ekiti State, southwest of the country, the APC senatorial primary election did not hold as scheduled. Some aspirants rejected the 11th hour change of the adopted mode of the exercise from direct to indirect. Protesters stormed the party secretariat in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, to register their grievances. In the midst of all these, a senatorial aspirant, Ayo Arishi, announces his withdrawal from the race.
I will no longer be participating in this election to the Senate for Ekiti North Senatorial District. For avoidance of doubt, I'm a member of APC and I remain a committed member.
Meanwhile, senatorial candidates have emerged at the primaries of the People's Democratic Party in Ekiti State. Obafemi Adewale polls 407 votes as against 247 by Kayode Alufa to emerge as the candidate for Ekiti Central Senatorial District. 2 serving senators, Abiodun Olujimi and Durotoye, emerge unopposed in their senatorial districts. In neighboring Ondo State, primary elections conducted by the PDP in the state capital, Akure, produced candidates for the 3 senatorial positions. In another development, incumbent governor of Oyo State, Abiola Ajimobi, has won the All Progressives Congress ticket for Oyo South Senatorial District in the primary election. He defeated his opponent, Fela Osun, by 2,659 to 168 votes. And in an intriguing twist of events, parallel primaries in Delta State Central Senatorial District have seen the emergence of 2 candidates, Olorogun Otega Emeao and Senator Ovie Omo Agege.
I am sure we will prevail and I will be the one on the ballot.
Political parties have also witnessed a spate of defections as members struggle to retain their relevance. A former House of Assembly member from the Kina local government area of Kogi State and a chieftain of the PDP, Gowon Haruna, has dumped the party for the APC. The defection fever has taken an alternative turn in Edo State, where a former governorship aspirant, Kenneth Imasubon, has crossed from the APC to the PDP, citing his desire to see a better Nigeria come 2019.
I've come not to seek for any office, but I've come to seek for a democratic Nigeria.
In the meantime, the clock is ticking. While the countdown to the 2019 election continues, parties are gearing up for the big stage where they face members of other parties. For now, all attention is on putting their houses in order. Imana Amawe, Channels Television News.
Let's go straight to Gloria now, who is in our Abuja studio for more on the news at 10. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Amarachi. Mr. Gbenga Olawepo Hashim has emerged the presidential candidate of the Alliance for New Nigeria and after the party held a special convention in Abuja. A total of 593 delegates were said to have been accredited for the special convention to elect a presidential candidate for the party in 2019. The convention, however, returned Mr. Olawepo Hashim unopposed after his only contender, Eyitayo Dan Musa, voluntarily stepped down from the race.
Delegate and presidential aspirants arrive in the venue of the Factional Special Convention of the Alliance for New Nigeria, ANN, to elect their presidential candidate in the 2019 general election. According to ANN officials, a total of 593 delegates were accredited for this convention. The ANN has recently been enmeshed in a leadership crisis that has divided it into two, between Mr. Joy Osi and Mr. Emmanuel Dania. In his remarks, Mr. Joy Osi describes his faction as the authentic party.
I don't like using the word factionalization, but if that is what people will understand, if there's any faction in ANN, this is the authentic and genuine faction of ANN.
There are two presidential aspirants at this convention. The convention, however, returned Mr. Gbenga Olawepo Hashim unopposed after his only contestant stepped down from the race.
Gbenga Olawepo Hashim.
The presidential candidate expresses his appreciation to delegates, urging members to vote for experience and trust in 2019.
The pedigree and the history of everyone must speak and count for them in the next election, not empty rhetorics. And here is what we are offering Nigeria. We are offering Nigeria to build a new economy.
He also told journalists that he will seek reconciliation with the other faction.
You know where the majority is, but we are not going to ignore the minority. We respect the minority, but majority will have their way. The majority will have their say, and that is what democracy is all about.
ANN is expected to participate in its first general election next year. Hence the urgent need for the party leadership to resolve all their differences.
Meanwhile, the leadership crisis in the Alliance for New Nigeria, and which is one of the newly registered political parties in the country, may get worse if aggrieved factions fail to resolve their differences. The emergence of Mr. Fela Durotoye as the presidential candidate of a faction of the party has forced the national chairman of the party, Mr. Emmanuel Dania, to speak on the factionalization of the party and insinuations that he has been sacked by the National Working Committee of the party under the leadership of Mr. J. Osi, who also held another convention. Mr. Dania believes that all political parties go through similar challenges and the Alliance for New Nigeria would surmount its current challenges.
As it has been the case with most political parties in Nigeria, the Alliance for New Nigeria, ANN, is battling with its own internal crisis. With a build-up to the 2019 elections and political parties holding their respective conventions and primaries, the National Convention of the Alliance for New Nigeria saw the emergence of Mr. Fela Durotoye as the party's presidential candidate.
More than anything else, we also have the right values. And those values are the things that Nigerians are looking for now. Not the Nigerians and the old system that has brought us to where we are today. Nigerians are looking for a new system that will produce a new Nigeria. And ANN, Alliance for New Nigeria, has that system, and we saw it today. It's a transparent system. It's a system of integrity and a system that delivers excellence.
Durotoye's emergence doesn't seem to sit well with some members of the party, as his rival for the position, Mr. Gbenga Hashim, is visibly absent. It was later learned that the other faction of the party, to which Mr. Hashim belongs, had planned to hold its own convention. Mr. Emmanuel Dania insists that he is the legally recognized chairman of the party and that the convention was held in line with INEC's requirements.
Regardless of what the news is on the outside, that I have been suspended or by a group of renegades, in my opinion, does not stand. I'm the one who's recognized by INEC as the national chairman. We went ahead, as stipulated in the notice we've given to INEC. We had INEC officials, 5 INEC officials that were at the convention to see the transparency.
He says the party is, however, open to reconciliation.
The ideals of our party is totally different. So we're very open to reconciliation. We're very open to ensuring that we can move forward with this. However, we have no intention of changing whatever the outcome of the presidential primaries that was held 29th of September. That is unchangeable.
The Alliance for New Nigeria was registered earlier this year. Political observers believe it is rather too early for a party this young to be embroiled in this magnitude of crisis, especially with the elections around the corner.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has presented the certificate of return to Mr. Gboyega Oyetola of the All Progressives Congress, APC, as the governor-elect of Osun State in the just concluded election. The National Commissioner in charge of Oyo, Ekiti and Osun States, Mr. Adedeji Ushoyebi, presented Oyetola with the certificate of return at a ceremony held at the State INEC office in Osogbo, the state capital. Oyetola was declared winner of the election, having polled 255,505 to defeat his major contestant in the PDP, Senator Ademola Adeleke, who scored 255,023 by the returning officer, Professor Joseph Adeola Fuakpe.
The victory is actually for the people of the state. I give the entire victory to the people of the state for believing in our party, for giving me the opportunity to serve as the governor, by the grace of God, for the next 4 years. And I want to assure you that I will justify the confidence you repose in me. Mine is to serve. I'm here to serve you to the best of my ability. And I've said before now that I'll be running an all-inclusive participatory government. I welcome all other people, all stakeholders, genuine stakeholders in the state, to come on board and let's run this state together.
The resident electoral commissioner, Mr. Olusegun Agbaje, said the commission has done its best to deliver a good election and promote the image of INEC. He insists he remained neutral throughout the process and that if, at the end of litigation at the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the commission is found culpable for not discharging its responsibility faithfully and diligently, he would take full responsibility for any such laxity, publicly apologize to all Nigerians, and then resign his appointment with the commission. When the News at 10 returns, discussants at Channels TV Current Affairs program, The Call examines the role of national unity and patriotism in national development. That's after the break. Stay with us.